Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to this video, which is another edition of Stash or Trash. That's right, you guys voted and so did my daughter, and we are going to call this series Stash or Trash. So if you want to see what I'm going to stash this week or which ideas I'm just throwing straight into the trash, then just keep on watching. So the first release I want to talk about this week is very exciting for me because it comes from one of my favorite brands, which is Bite Beauty. Bite Beauty does use food grade ingredients in their lip products, and I just love the formula. It's comfortable, it's relatively long wearing, and they're just one of my favorites, specifically the shade Rhubarb. But this week, Bite Beauty is releasing a new kit, or whatever you want to call it, called Prep, Line, and Color Lip Set for $35, available now. This lip set includes Agave Lip Balm, full size, a mini lip pencil, and 3 mini amuse-bouche liquefied lips in puree, eclair, and chutney, including a makeup bag. Now, I don't need a makeup bag whatsoever, but I love Bite Beauty and I'm thinking of starting a project coming up. Let me know down in the comments if you'd be interested in joining me. I am thinking of submitting it to the Fantastic Ladies collab group on Facebook as a possible pan project for everyone to do, but I am planning to do a mini project in which I will put all of my half-used lip balms in one pan project, and when I use them up, reward myself with something new in that category, which for me is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm. I've been really wanting to try it, and the full size I believe is $18, but this kit has the full size lip balm in it, as well as the lip liner, the 3 liquefied lipsticks, and the makeup bag that we don't care about. So I'm gonna say I probably will put this in my stash at some point. At which I figure, finish up all of the lip balms that I have in the house, in my purse, that kind of thing. I'm really changing my mind in terms of what kind of ingredients and things that I like in my lip balm. I'm just learning more. And so I want something that's really good and not actually working against what I'm trying to get, which is more hydrated lips. So, stash. Number 2 is the BH Cosmetics Eyelights in 6 shades for $7 each. So this is actually a part of the new BH Cosmetics Festival collection. We talked about the eyeshadow palette last week, and I said that I was definitely interested in picking that up. I do have the BH Cosmetics Back to Brazil palette, which I got last week, and I'm really liking so far. I'm not disappointed in the formula. I also ordered the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, so stay tuned for that in the future. These are liquid eyeshadows with a moussey texture, they claim. These will be released on the BH website on April 20th. The rest of the collection will be available April 6th. So these will come a little bit after, but they're $7 a piece. There's 6 different shades, like I said, and I'm really intrigued by these. I think, Stila and Cover FX and other brands that have released these type of things are on the right track. I just think the price is wrong. We've seen that ColourPop has introduced their Supernova shadows, and while I wasn't impressed with the shade range, just in terms of different kinds of shades, they all were kind of in the pinky, red, purpley, sort of gradient, and I would have loved to have seen some blues or greens or different shades, but this looks like it has a pretty good range of shades, and they also are shades that I don't think we've really seen from Stila or Cover FX or ColourPop. So I'm definitely interested in possibly picking a couple of these up, especially if they would come to Ulta, which is where I generally get my BH Cosmetics from. But yeah, I'm really excited. I also hope you saw that I inserted some extra pictures to follow up on last week. We have some swatches from the new BH Festival Nights palette that's coming out. Yeah, I think I will definitely stash these at some point, especially winter if they come to Ulta. Next is a new collection from NYX, and it is called Away We Glow. So we don't have prices or anything yet. We don't even have a definitive release date. It just says coming soon and summer of 2018, so that's not too far off. And the palette will include 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 strobing creams, and a liquid booster, which is like that little dropper bottle, which looks like maybe you could add to foundation or something. This one, I think I'm gonna sit on it for a little while. I won't say trash for sure. The thing I probably would be most interested in is, I'm not really into liquid illuminators, whether it is a liquid highlight. I told you guys in my Trendy Time Saver 1 tool tutorial that liquid highlighters are not really my thing. I would prefer a stick. And also I'm not really into, you know, chemistry, mixing things with my foundation or what have you, or mixing shades. That's just not something I'm into yet. So the things I would be interested in would be the eyeshadow palettes, but NYX can be a little hit or miss sometimes with their eyeshadow formulas. They have those little, I don't know what they are, 10 pan palettes. I'll put a picture right here. They have those little palettes that are called like Adorable or Rosy or whatever, and those are crap. Don't buy those. They're powdery and they just, I didn't find it to work for me at all. I immediately decluttered the Adorable one that I got. But their other shadows in general I really have liked. I think I had one of the Avant Pop palettes. I've had some of their single shadows. And so if these 2 new eyeshadow palettes look like they might be that same good formula that I like, I absolutely would consider picking up one or the other. I like NYX and I like their shadows. For me, they're one of my favorite drugstore brands and they're cruelty-free. Number 4 is the BFF Beauty Blender Limited Edition set. Available now for $40, which is the cost that you would pay if you bought 2 individual beauty blenders, which these are. These include the 2 original beauty blenders, as well as says sample size of the beauty blender cleanser. Say that 3 times fast. I'm not for sure if it's the solid cleanser or the liquid cleanser, but either way it goes, it's a sample. The packaging is super cute. It comes in this little heart and it's interlocking halves of the heart, just like a BFF necklace if you ever had those when you were a kid. And so they are together, but you can take them apart. And as well as the little plastic heart containers that they come in can also be used to store them. It claims that it has a perforation on part of the packaging so that your beauty blender can stay safe and, you know, clean while still being able to dry. Honestly, you guys, I think I'm going to trash this new release. I have some really good options from the drugstore that I really like that are half the price at most of the beauty blender, and I have never tried the beauty blender. This is full disclosure. I'm not recommending you don't pick this up. I'm saying I probably won't. I love the Flower Beauty sponge. I like the Real Technique Miracle Complexion sponge, and I also like the L'Oreal Infallible sponge. I think they're all great options. They are all under $10. And so yeah, I think I'm going to trash it. Number 5, ColourPop. It keeps popping them out. Here comes ColourPop. Bam, 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 bam. So anyways, ColourPop has another new collection coming out. new ColourPop collection is called the Festival Essentials, and it will include 24 new pressed shadows, which are $4 each or $5 if you buy them with the individual compact, and then 14 new Ultra Satin lips for $6 each. I think I'm gonna pass on this one. I really am looking forward to trying out some ColourPop products for sure. I have a running wish list that I think I will kind of order a few things to sort of make a complete face and do a little bit of a brand review for you guys when I do finally make that order. But I looked at the shades of the new pressed shadows, and while they're very beautiful, most of them I didn't find to be extremely unique. There did look like there was a couple of duochromes in there, so if I did ever pick any up, it would probably be those. And those are the colors of pressed shadow that I'm most interested in from ColourPop, as well as some of their lippies, and I want to try one of their blushes, and I really want to try their Super Shock highlighter in the shade Cheesecake. Man, that took me a long time to get it out. But anyway, so I do have some things on my wish list to make a ColourPop order, so maybe I will pick up one of these shadows. The Ultra Satin lips, I have not tried the formula, although I think $6 each is a really reasonable price for a lippy of any kind. So I definitely look at those when I do make a ColourPop order, but overall, this just really wasn't overly exciting to me. I think the lip shades are pretty standard, and while I like the pressed shadows, they're just not quite interesting enough for me. Just listen to me be a snob. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about this week is the collab that is coming out. That is the KKW Beauty and Makeup by Mario collab. This collab is in celebrating 10 years of Kim Kardashian West and Mario Dedivanovic. I hope I said that right. Of their working together. It includes 4 items, all in matte gray packaging. The first item is a palette with 10 eyeshadows that runs $45, which is said to be inspired by the makeup looks that Mario did on KKW over the last 10 years that he has been her makeup artist. The second item is a cream lipstick for $20. And the third and fourth items are 2 high shine lip glosses, $18 each. Now, this is going to be released on April 5th online, I'm guessing on the KKW website, but if I have other information, I will put it on the screen and I'll put it in the description box. And it claims that the palette is wearable and works on different skin tones, which is very, very cool. I like that. I am not interested in any of the lips based on what I've seen in the pictures that I shared with you, but I am slightly interested in the palette. Here is why. At first I thought, no, skip it, trash, I don't want it. And I still may say that in the end. I want to wait until it's released and we start seeing some reviews and swatches. It looks rather neutral with a blue in it, and I have no problem with neutral or blue, and I imagine just based on what Kim's put out in the past and based on the fact that Mario is an MUA, a very infamous MUA at that, I just can't see either one of them putting out crap. They may have just put out the most fabulous palette we've ever seen. We don't know yet. So again, I'm gonna sit on that. I will keep you guys updated as I will from week to week. You know, last week we talked about the BH Cosmetics palette, but this week they were telling us about the liquid shadows. So I will try and keep you guys up to date or give you updates as we go through the series together. And that is all for this week. I really hope you guys are enjoying this series because I'm enjoying doing this every week. I think part of our jobs, if you will call it, here on YouTube as creators is to keep you guys informed about new releases. And I hope you enjoyed the added touch of hearing why or why not I might purchase it, stash, or trash. So thanks for voting last week. Thank you for tuning in again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!